Hello and thank you for watching my content. I've added a couple new changes to this design and it now actually evaluates all the products that are found on the system and in the product catalog. So in the product catalog here, I have a couple of options here. I have the workstation, which is currently Mac Mini, MacBook Air. So you have a cost now option here. Operating system, cloud service for BMC or CMDB incident management. So what I actually wanted to add here is to analyze this product to see if there are better options for it. So for this one here, for Oracle, it says, I don't really need to do anything here. So I'm gonna run this analysis one more time. It takes a minute. And it says, okay, you should upgrade because if you have version 23-AI, you should upgrade, and it tells you why. Okay, the alternatives also explain that you can use PostgreSQL, etc., etc. So here, if you actually wanted to do that, you can create a ticket here. You can say we're going to assign this to somebody in this list here. I'm going to assign it to Chris, for example, and just save that. And now we have a ticket assigned to Chris, which now will show up in a list of incidents. So let's take a look. And here we're gonna sort it by open. Oh, actually, I'm sorry that this is a change request, not an incident. So in this case, it's actually going to be under the product view. So we have associated for database. So here we're gonna take a look at this. Just click on the analyze, and we have a option here. There's one to be added. An upgrade here is associated to Chris Lopez. Also, I've added an AI tool that allows you to actually ask it questions and explain what you need to do. So if you ask it any question here, like I did, why can I select other people for incident assignment? And it just told me the reason for that you need to do all these things and save and synchronize. So basically, whenever you add new employees, you need to synchronize it into your CMDB, and that wasn't there before. So now under the company view, if you have an option, you can sync the person that was created down here to the CMDB. So all these people now will show up here. They'll have an option, and you can also make one of these super admin, but not as an owner, not as a manager. You can only do it as a super admin. So a super admin will have like additional features that you can do per company. That means that the owner of the company or the owner of the software can do these changes, but not an owner itself. An owner will have to create an incident and request that to be done. So here we can do a support ticket and just say, okay, hey, this is Daniel. I'll add in my email and that's just fake email. Can you make these changes to my company? Okay, and that's gonna be that, so I can actually associate that with a service if there is a service here. So we will have one of these things. Like this would be a business service that's offered by Black Hole Surfer, and that message here now will go to me, and I can see that into incident. So it's a incident created today. Um, let's see. I think it's right here, 1780. Yeah, so it's this one right here. And it just says, hey, can you make changes to my company? And if I then add additional CIs, I can do that through here. I can also say there's a change to this. I can set the expected date by which I want it to happen. I can say like 2 days from now. at 12 o'clock. And that's done. And again, we can set the assignee here to be one of these people here and say that this is in progress, save that change. Now, if I add anything to the activity log, started to work on this. And add this node, there will be now a node added here that says started to work on this. So we can actually see the notification list here. Whenever somebody within my company gets a notification, that person can see it right here, so they can actually work it from here. So we can say, okay, we have this incident here, and that incident needs to be taken care of. So once I save it to be resolved, so I can save it, it was done, and save the change on that. Now back in the list will be a new incident added, and I can just say, yeah, this was closed, so we don't have to deal with that. Okay, so we can also sort it by created by. So the most recent ticket right here was closed. Okay, so we can see that that was working. Additionally, you can run reports from here, and you can export this to some sort of a file if you want. And on the graph view, you actually now can narrow it down to, say, a person. So I can pick a person from this list here, Bob Director, and it'll be his email, LinkedIn profile, and area map that they live at, and phone number if it's real. So from here, you can just click it, and it will basically take you to the area where it's at. It will not give you the exact address because we cannot really do that. We just want to know kind of where they live. So if they have a US based address, it'll do that. You can also create a new incident from here or see if there's any additional incidents already there. And by the way, the help over here will survive until you actually delete it. So you can click on this and it will clear out this support option here. And one last tool that was added was really the product catalog, which actually, if you scan your system now, it will detect your laptop and workstation, whatever you have as a product, and it will add it to the list. Now, if you don't have one detected, you can, of course, add it manually. So here we're going to add the category. We're going to say this is Microsoft, for example. We're going to say this is Microsoft Windows. And the category here is going to be its software type, operating system, model, Windows. I don't even know what Windows actually is version right now. So we're gonna say version 15 and patch number. We're gonna say 0 here. And the reason I'm doing this because I'll have the AI analysis later to see if that's the most current version. So the cost was $120 one time. So I'll pay for one time. There's a product URL which would be https Microsoft, whatever the actual Microsoft link is to support. There may be some additional features that you can add here through the product catalog and the LinkedIn URL. So if the company has a LinkedIn URL, we probably want to add that here so we can easily contact them. Added, we're going to say added for show and tell and product. All right, and here it is. So we have a new product here. We can go back in, maybe analyze that, but there really is nothing to add here. I'm going to cancel this, and actually what I'm going to do is analyze it. Analyze if this version of Windows is actually up to date. Okay, so the analysis is now running in the background. It will take some time, and it says, okay, you need to upgrade. So Windows 2020 does not exist, so Windows official product line. So obviously I made it up here, so it just says upgrade or migrate. Okay, so these options over here, you can now turn that into ticket and just assign it to somebody. And when you save it, it'll be listed in the analysis product window. So that is pretty much it. Oh, additionally, I think I covered this before, but if you are adding employees through here, they'll be added as CIs, but they'll not be actually synchronized to the system until you run the synchronization for people. And the reason you want to do that so you can actually see them show up over here. So here in this list, all these people, um, like Janalatsky right now. Let's see. Let's go back to the company view. Um, sync that person. Okay. And we still actually have additional people that are not listed here, but importantly, you really need these people. So actually, there she is right there. So the reason you need that is because if you're assigning a ticket to somebody, you need that person to be listed here. So we have in progress ticket. We want to change ownership. So if I want to assign it to somebody else, that person needs to be shown up in this list. Actually, I have some people in here a couple times, but that's because I was just testing something else. So last note, just make sure that you synchronize the employees with that list, and also whenever you log in, check your notifications to see what you have to do. So if you have anything that's still in progress, you want to go there and just take care of it. Okay. So that's it for today. See you next time.